I know that I can find you here, 'cause you promised me you'll always be there. Times like these, it's hard to see, but somehow I have a peace. You're near. And I pray that you.
This might be really uncomfortable and real boring, you know, not like water rafting in Colorado or something.
Frankly, I knew basically nothing about him when I got him, except that he was visually impaired.
If you talk to some of the people that were sitting out with me waiting for my camper to arrive, they would tell you that I was scared.
We're not here to have fun, we're here to serve the kids. And for 6 days, that's a long time. We brought 34 junior high and high school kids.
We're gonna come up on the ramp first.
There are so many children who have certain physical or developmental situations that is their life. And things like this are not offered for them. When you put it within a Christian context, then it becomes even more rare.
Awesome, Michelle.
Before kids come to camp by very well-meaning people, they're told no. But when they're here at Camp Barnabas, we do the opposite. We tell them, yes, you can.
There you go. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to take this board. To the side. Keep going up. Keep going up. Right there. All right, a little to the right. Okay, you ready? All right, and let it go. Oh! Cameron, how could you see when you were born?
I couldn't see at all when I was born. See, they fixed my eye.
Uh-huh.
You can see, but you can't see real good.
Yeah, I can see 10% out of that eye and no percent out of that eye.
He totally energetic kid. You can see me, right?
I can see you have dust.
Yeah, I've got dust. He woke me up at 7 before the wake-up call today. He had already dressed himself. I had to take a nap because I was just exhausted trying to keep up with this little kid. There's just nothing he's scared to do. He does this thing called the blob. And you think, you know, for a blind person where you probably can't see what's underneath, just get on this tower and jump off. But he loves it. He's done about 100 times so far.
And Ann goes, I'm gonna make a Schulte dog. And we go, yeah, okay, you can make a Schulte dog. She's never had experience with it other than she's pet one a couple of times. It looks exactly like that breed of dog. You can definitely tell. And I said, could you see what you were doing when you were sculpting? And she goes, no, it would be so much harder if I could see. And I was like, well, what are you talking about? And she goes, well, when your world is all about touch, all you have to do.
Every time I would serve the table, he would call me over to talk with him. And one day, he said, I want to tell you, I prayed today, and I asked Jesus into my heart. I had no idea he was going to say that.
I don't know if I'm communicating or not to her. It's really hard to explain to her what Jesus has done for her. So, I mean, I've prayed so much. I'm like, okay, God, this girl doesn't know you, and I need your help because there's no way I can't do it by myself.
But the next day at dinner, he called me over to his table, and he said, I told God I hated him today. And so I just asked him why. He said, because I'm blind. So I just listened. I didn't say anything, I just listened, and he said, can we hang out tonight? And I was like, yeah, you bet.
I get so ticked off with God. I get into this selfish mode of I want every single part of my body to work all the time. You know, I'll get a cold or something, I'll be all grumpy.
There's going to be a lot of challenges with that, and a great hope that we have in 1 Corinthians 15, where it says, in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the sound of the last trumpet, will be changed. And yet how frustrating it is waiting for that time.
Reasons he has for doing things, but I know that there's a reason.
I wasn't really sure if it was sinking in or not, and I was really frustrated because he would switch topics, and I thought, okay, he's sick of what I'm saying, let's do something else. And he said, put your hands in your lap, bow your head, you start praying. And he said, God, I'm sorry for saying I hate you. Pray that you forgive me, and I love you. And please help me not to sin. You know, basically I felt like I showed up.
Makes fun of them at all. I know that when they go back, they won't have that.
think I'm gonna miss him.
This piece of property's been a Christian camp for a long time.
Here, God is throughout everything.
I think the people feel God's presence here really strong.
It's a place where you can really learn about God and just grow so much here.
Cross carry is a tradition of Camp Barnabas.
And we take that cross from cabin to cabin.
Things that cross carry represents that we want to celebrate the cross.
Just remembering Christ and what he's done.
The second thing is that there are names on the cross.
Names of people who've come to camp and they've passed away.
And we wanted them to be remembered at camp.
It's really an emotional time because a lot of the campers know that maybe someday they will be on the cross.
It's hard to look at them and think, I might never see you again.
It's just really hard seeing the cross come. Just like pray for them and stuff.
We had to explain to our girls that all of those names on the crosses we're going to see again in heaven someday.